welcome. I'm bead weaving berries, as I'm sure you may have gathered by the fact that it is my life's purpose. It is now my life's purpose to bead weave berries. Very exciting. So far today, I've hit a new PB of bead weaving. We are up to, as of right this very second, 19, and I'm currently bead weaving my 20th. And then I got a text from Mario to say that he's not going to have time to come home before he goes to his D&D game. So I thought, I'll have an early dinner because I had an early lunch. Which means the cats will probably complain at me at some point soon. But I thought I would come and bead weave because I'm losing steam a little bit, I won't lie. My brain is fried from beading so many berries. I had to go and hide my phone in a different room today so I wouldn't be on it. Hello. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but is your name pronounced Françoise? I don't know Canadian French. I know French. Well, I say no loosely. I used to know French much better. Oh, hi everyone. Look what happens when I tell people that I'm coming live. People join. Françoise. Lovely. Beautiful name. Yes. I've watched 2 terrible Christmas films today. 2. I know. It's November the 2nd. I've got a wax melt going that's called Winter Glow. I've had a hot chocolate with cinnamon in. I'm feeling very festive. Very festive indeed. Also, I have cast on for I'll talk about it a bit later because let's not get distracted before I even start. Just smash my lunch. Oh, hello, Alison. Lovely. Hello. Guten Abend. Oh, the hot chocolate was good. It was my afternoon pickup. Now I'm on the Diet Coke. Need the caffeine. It's 5 o'clock here. It's really dark outside. I have to switch the lights on at 3:45. I always get festive very early, and I'm all right with it. Yeah, so this is actually a white hot chocolate. And I mean, it's one of the ones you mix with water, but I always mix it with a little bit of milk first, and then I top it up with water. And so it was a white hot chocolate with cinnamon in, and it was amazing. It was really good. Much recommend. Because one of the Christmas films I was watching today, hello. One of the Christmas films I was watching today, they were all, right, let's not make mistakes on these. Come on, just because I'm chatting. They were all drinking hot chocolate all the time. So I decided I needed one. Have I had a gingerbread hot chocolate? I don't think so. I don't think so. If it's like the festive flavour from Costa, I might get one at this winter time. Because I'm not a coffee drinker. I really want to be a coffee drinker. I'm working on my 8th pair of mitts for gift. Oh, so organised, Juju. It's really okay. Good to know. Right, increasing row. So yesterday I did very little. I won't lie. I did very little, which it's not good, but it was nice. Actually, that's not true. I did loads in the morning, and then before I knew it, I had to walk to the parcel post box, and by the time I got back, it was like 1:30. And they put cinnamon on it in Gilmore Girls. Maybe that's where I got the idea from a few years ago. Because when did I start watching it? I started watching it when I was in Germany. I am rewatching it at the moment. Well, obviously not right now. And yeah, but you don't want your milk too hot when you have a hot chocolate made with milk, because otherwise you scald your milk. But yeah, mine's just a Options, which is the brand of hot chocolate that you use to mix with water. But it's nice if you mix it with a bit of milk first. I can't remember what I was saying. This is why live streams are bad for me, because I get distracted. I cast on for the Advent of December's past. Oh, I didn't do anything yesterday. Yes, that's not true. I did do stuff yesterday. By the time I got up, I made sure to dispatch everyone's orders that had gone the day before, because I had D&D in the evening, so I didn't have time to dispatch them that evening because I had D&D. So I dispatched everyone's orders, and then wrote a newsletter and scheduled that to go. And then I transferred all the video files across while I went and had a shower. And then I edited the Patreon vlog. And then then my parents rang. So then I walked a parcel down the parcel post box because I'd accidentally cancelled the collection for it. And then by the time I came back and recorded the voiceover and finished editing that and uploading all that, it was like 1:30. And I was like, oh, I'm really tired. And then started bead weaving and then decided to take a nap instead. I have not started my northeasterly yet because I wanted some double pointed needles in the right size. So I ordered some. They came today. I got some Knit Pro Zings. They're not very pointy, so I have reordered some. They don't look very long on here, but they're also really long. I have a really big head. But they look pretty long, and I got these fun little stoppers to be like the end of the knitting needle. Cute, but they're really long. So I've ordered some higher sharps that I think are 15 centimeters long. So I think that would take them to about maybe that long. And then I might destash these. I have those two and they're intense. They're so intense. And also they're not very sharp. They look pretty blunt, and I've grown accustomed to a higher sharp. But these are 20 centimeters long, and which I think is very long for a DPN. So I might, they're just a very pretty colour, but I might destash them. I suppose I could technically return them, but I don't know if I can be bothered, so I might destash. See you later, Françoise. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, I got these really cute needle stoppers from Rainbow Moonbeam Gifts on Etsy. I liked the fact they're rainbows. They're nice. But I've ordered some higher sharps that are only 15 centimeters long, so they're a bit shorter. And then I can start my northeasterly. I suppose I could technically start with my circular needles, but excuse me, tiny one. The cat's going to have pre-dinner zoomies, so I apologise in advance for that. Thank you everyone who has hit the thumbs up so far. I really appreciate it. I'm in jogging bottoms and a comfy jumper today, and because that is just the mood I'm in. This long one stabbed me in the wrist. I know, I just feel like they'll be really awkward to work with, so I ordered some higher sharps from Dina's Home of Crafts, and yeah, I like a higher sharp. Yesterday I cast on my Diet Coke gurgle, Brioche Adventure shawl wrap. Hey Kay. For the Advents of December's Past knit along using my Fiberfox advent calendar. You know what's not a smart idea? Knitting brioche in two colours that are very similar to each other in low light. I can't remember which's the front. I'm guessing that's the front. So by the time I cast on 101 stitches, I cord. Bit of a faff. That took me an hour and a bit to do. Oh, moustache. Yes, I have done maybe 2 rows of brioche. 2 rows, maybe. And then I went to bed. And yeah, because it took me so long to work out what I actually wanted to cast on with it. I think that's why I've not knit it before now. And so then I'm using my knit along as an excuse to like force me to knit it. That's living in my Fiberfox bag, and I found the pin that came with the advent. I thought it fitting to go on here. It's looking good so far. Oh, thank you. Did an adventuresome wrap with my 21 advent. Love it. Nice. I've got the Castleview Yarns advent this year as well as my own. I'm doing the quest for my own this year, which is one where you roll dice, because I think that would be really fun. But I don't know what to knit with my fade or crochet. I'm open to either. Yeah, I don't know what to. Also, the cat's gonna be zoomy because they've been asleep all day. Bless them. But yeah, I don't know what to knit with my Castleview Yarns fade, so maybe I'll end up in the same position as this year, and in November I will knit it, have an annual knit along of an advent of bygone years. That's really funny. Start making that a tradition. So I had an idea for an advent calendar for next year, and I was going to lean more heavily into the D&D theme of it all. And it was going to be maybe like, nothing is set in stone. Oh, your Lamina shawl looks beautiful. It's really pretty. I like the fluff. Virtues United, that's a really good shout. I feel like a lot of Stephen West patterns would lean quite well or play quite well with an advent calendar. Yeah, because I also thought about doing I really fancy some brioche because I haven't done it in a while. Excuse me, ladies. Do you mind? What's that massive is it the excuse me shawl? Is that the giant brioche shawl? Maybe, potentially. But that could be quite fun. Right, one more row before the decreases. And then, yes, so next year I was thinking about it being, I've got two potentials. I apologize if you can hear the cats. They've still got 2 hours until dinner time. They're not adapting to, our clocks changed the weekend just gone. They're not adapting well to it. So they complain about wanting dinner earlier and earlier. Hopefully soon they will adapt. So I might abandon these ideas and realize they're too much of a faff, but I really want to lean more into the D&D things. Meandering Shore would be great as a fade too. And was thinking about either having it so you get 20 mini skeins and you roll a dice, and that and then your 20-sided D20, and that determines the color that you pick, or like a choose your own adventure type thing. You know, like a choose your own adventure book, and you kind of read the outcomes, and it will be like a story. But I don't know if I'm creative enough or have the headspace to do it. Also, I don't know if it will work because all the colours would have to work with all the colours. Whereas at the moment, I kind of choose the order. I dye the colours and then choose the order that they're going to go into, and it's kind of purposeful. Whereas if it's random, it's not purposeful. But I think it would be fun and more on brand. Yeah, Mario would help. He's a very creative lad. It is so hard to cast on, especially because advent calendars, ladies, advent calendars aren't cheap. Yarn advent calendars, so it's difficult to commit. It's like committing to a sticker, but worse. It's not worse. You can always rip it out if you're not enjoying it, but you know. I missed a comment. Am I doing Christmas daily vlogs this year? Yes, I will be doing Vlogmas. I'm trying to work out, Alison, you've done Vlogmas before. Have you thought about this? How you're going to work it with Patreon? Because I need to be decreasing. Start. Oh, that's fine. I can just do this. Yeah, I don't know how to work it with Patreon because at the moment Patreon get an extra video a week, and I don't know how to work it with Vlogmas because I don't want to be recording and editing 2 videos. It's either that or I just don't upload every day onto my YouTube channel. Hi, Maria. I may just pause Patreon for December. Yeah, I also considered that. I did also consider that, and then I thought, some days will I be able to do 2 vlogs or 2 videos? But I don't think I will be able to. Or how have I seen? I think Molly of a Homespun House has a Patreon, and I'm pretty sure last year she posted every other day, one on YouTube, one on Patreon, and alternated. But yeah, my life also is not that interesting. I don't know. I feel like this year I'm just going to be in the bakery way more than I was last year. Because Maria's got more going on, and my shop wraps up quite early in December. So, but people seem to enjoy Vlogmas. So who am I to deny to deny to be such a martyr. Oh, hey, Charlotte. I hope you're feeling better. Who am I to deny that I'm such a martyr? Charlotte, interestingly, on my survey that I put out yesterday, I should have shared that on YouTube. I'll do that after in a community post. Yeah, on my survey, I asked the people what they want to see from my shop in 2023, and a number of people have said project bags. So, you know. Yes, Christmas baking. I don't know how much of the baking I will be doing, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not getting up at 2 a.m. That's not it's simply not happening. It is not. I am not. I do not function on those hours. I stay awake till 2 a.m. I do not wake up at 2 a.m. Sweet beans. So yeah, I don't know how much of the baking I'll be doing, but I'll be like bagging things and boxing things and helping at markets and probably helping with keeping up morale. I don't know if that's a job. But yeah, we're very excited. Charlotte, I've already watched 2 terrible Christmas films on Channel 5 today. I think one was called A Christmas Wish and the other's called A Christmas Ring. You know what? They're both terrible, but I enjoyed them. Christmas Ring, better than A Christmas Wish. Christmas Ring had like an overarching storyline to it. It wasn't a good storyline, but it had a storyline. And then the love story was kind of just like a byproduct, which was quite nice. And nothing too terrible happened. It never does in these terrible Christmas films, does it? So, wait. Do you mind? Thank you. Crikey. They want to get into the cupboard where the fuse box is. We've had to put a hair tie around the handles so they can't get in. It's because there's big spiders in there sometimes, and they get excited about the big spiders in there. And so when they want attention and whatever, they paw at the door and it's really loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just beat each other up. That's a great way for you two to entertain yourselves. But yeah, I also really want to make Make and Fable is going to be coming out with on the 5th of November. What's that, this weekend? A macrame wreath that I might get to make during a Vlogmas. What are you doing? I think she's just bapping something around the floor. Okay, I don't think I need to investigate what it is. I think it's probably fine. If I will see if I need to shoot off. Okay, I think we're okay. It's the joys of a zoomy cat. It's intense. But I can't remember what I was saying. Vlogmas. Yes. And then, Charlotte, you need to come round when Disenchanted comes out, and we need to have a film afternoon / evening. Because apparently we're not allowed to go to the cinema to see it because it's exclusively on Disney+. So we can't have a sister cinema trip. Are there any good films coming out around Christmas? There usually is. Back to Advent knitting. I may attempt to find your fade with one of mine. I really want that shawl. That shape, but with brush. Ooh. Hey, Alison. Maybe it's time to design a shawl. That would be fun. It's not something I have confidence that I can do, but you've got mad skills, so I have faith in you. Your sock pattern was fun, so I'm sure your shawl pattern would also be fun. Plus, if you designed it for an advent calendar, that would also be fun. I love a bit of brioche. Goodness sake, what's going on? There we go. Sewing back through the beads is the bane of my life. So what's everyone been up to? It's all gone quiet in the chat. I've been looking up when the Christmas light switching on for my town is. Very excited. Also, I'm staying up here for Christmas, so I need to look up when there's a carol service on, because I blimmin' love singing Christmas carols. Can you tell I'm in a really festive mood? Hey Brooke, I'm in a really festive mood. It's November the 2nd. I need to chill my boots a little bit, but it's watching these Christmas films. It's made me feel supremely festive. I really need to make a start on raspberries today, so I don't have to do as many tomorrow. Oh my goodness, Franny, you're so almost done. So almost done. Yeah, no, mine has gone into it's gone on holiday. To me now to get home from. Oh, that's great. Oh, Charlotte, did you go in? Why would you go into work? You're poorly. For goodness sake. Should have just stayed at home. But I'm glad the Christmas playlist. Christmas time, Christmas time. I've got time. Where's this? Oh, the Sophie scarf's really nice. It's the little. I don't know if I could pull it off. I've been looking for a leather jacket. I kind of want one back in my life. I had one when I was 21, 20. When did I go to Germany? No, not the first time. When I went to Germany the first time, not when I had a channel. 21, I think. I went in 2011. I had a denim jacket, and it was really cool. It wasn't a leather jacket. It wasn't real leather because I was cheap. With Henry, no one can judge me for listening to Christmas music at the beginning of November. Hey, I wouldn't judge you for listening to Christmas music at the beginning of December. I struggle with listening to Christmas music only because I feel like I get bored of it quite quickly. So I try to leave off listening to Christmas music for as long as possible and get my Christmas fix through watching Christmas films. But I think if I were to start on... Oh, one more blackberry. I think if I were to start listening to Christmas songs now, in 2 weeks' time, I would be bored. I set my tree in the first weekend of November last year. Oh, that's amazing. That's so... Mario would 100% do that. But I don't think a real tree would last that long. Bye, Franny. Hope your MCal goes well. MCal knitting. I missed it. Oh, sorry. That's where the camera is. Oh, God. I need to put my MCal down to keep gift knitting. That's fair. Considering rearranging my craft and living spaces. I need to do a huge sort out and tidy up of upstairs, my craft space / office. I have too much yarn. It doesn't all fit in the designated... Hey, Claire. It doesn't fit in the designated chromatic yarn space. So I either need to... get another shelf to put up to store chromatic yarns, or I need people to buy more of it so I have less of it. But it's because I've done so many yarn shows. I've done so many. I've done 3. Some people have yarn shows every weekend. I've done 3 and I'm complaining. Yarn shows. Yes, it means that I've got loads left over. So, but the end is nigh for these, and then I can start thinking about the next shop update and the special orders that I have been emailed and I have rudely ignored because I didn't want to give a timeline before I had a timeline, but now these are almost done. I can relax a little bit because I could dye them up next week. Fun times. I'm excited to get back down the dye shed. A bit worried about what the spider situation is going to be. I won't lie. Because I've not been down there since I finished Advent dyeing. So, a bit nervous. Finish the base of my Moloch poncho. Oh, I'm so excited to see it. It's gonna be so good. So good. Just decorate the cat tree or the Christmas tree. Incredible. Great idea. Great idea. Yeah, I wonder how the cats will be with the tree this year because there were still kittens last year. Not little kittens, but kittens nonetheless. So I wonder how they'll be this year, if there'll be any. There won't be any calmer. They've got the zoomies right now, so they're not going to be any calmer, are they? That's just me being optimistic. Story of my life. Excuse me, Toho. What is with these piddly little beads that... There's so many, and it's just in this shade, which is the metallic gunmetal amethyst, I think is what it's called. Something arty-farty like that, but I think it's metallic gunmetal amethyst, which is my blackberry colour for anyone curious. Also, I thought I had another bag of these, but actually I just had... It wasn't a full bag, it was deceptive. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough for all the raspberries, but I'll do my best. I'll make as many as I can and then ship out. I've ordered some more. 1 second. Yeah, no, I'm good. Kind of want to make a sweater with my Advent, but choosing a pattern is hurting my brain. The issue that I have, because Nina Maria Design on Instagram, she also has a podcast. She records it both in English and in German. So she posts 2 videos. One of them's in English, one of them's in German. Very interesting. She's knit a telegram cardigan, which is a soprano knits Becky Sorensen pattern. Using her, but without the cable, using her 2020 Fiber Fox Advent, and it looks really good. The issue I personally have with doing that myself is knowing when to fade the colours. I'm not the most confident knitter. Give me a pattern and I will follow it. If there's a technique I don't know, I'll Google it. But adapting a pattern to know when to stripe or when to fade, I don't know, because I then obviously you want the sleeves to match and then I wouldn't want to mess that up. So I'm not quite sure how I would be able to do it. So if there's a really easy way to work it out, someone please let me know. But I struggle. I mean, yeah. Yep. It's the best I have. Beading keeps me even keeled. Let's have a second dream income. Oh, nice. Hey, Rose. Welcome. Currently beading blackberries. I did a pre-order of them. They did far better than I thought they would. And now I'm catching up on said pre-order. Absolutely love the beads you're using to make the berries. Do you have a link where you got them? I think I'm doing a beaded. So I've got them from a couple of different places, but the ones that I've got these from, the shop is closing. And I bought out the last of all of these. But where did I get the green ones from today? Totallybeads.co.uk have them, and they're Toho size 8. And then these are in metallic gunmetal amethyst. I'm pretty sure that's what the colour is called. And then the raspberry is gold lusted raspberry, but the number's been written on, the colour hasn't been written on the label, so I can't tell you for certs. I don't know how many shawls I need. No, I know, especially because when I knit a shawl or crochet a shawl, I tend to then just wear that shawl, that one. Like last year I knit the Mild Magic shawl. Is that what it's called? Sumo's pattern. I knit it in 10 days and I was very impressed with myself that I managed to stick with it and knit it so quickly, because I don't think I've knit anything that quickly in my life. And And then, yeah, I live in it. I wear it all winter because it's so big and so snuggly, and all my other shawls just kind of got ignored. And so then I've got some shawls upstairs that I don't wear anymore, and I don't know what to do with them. Because especially when I was early on starting out knitting and getting back into knitting, it was working out what shape of shawl I like to wear. I quite like a triangular shawl, and I think that's what I have discovered through the years is I quite like a triangular shawl. And I know the Mob Magic isn't strictly a triangle, but it's very easy to wear just because there's so much of it. And this brioche advent that I'm doing is just like a scarf, so I think that will also be quite wearable. But I don't like asymmetric shapes because I don't know how to wear them. And I know Stephen West has a whole video on how to wear his shawls, and it's just like, just fling it on and you'll be fine. But yeah. Yeah, so I do understand the how many shawls do I need argument, in all fairness. Come on. Oh, there we go. I thought I would be able to get away with it, but no. Just a few more. But yeah, the calico quilt shawl I have worn a lot, in all fairness. That I knit out of my advent last year. Maybe I'll attempt a cardigan with my Castle View yarn shawl this year. I think that might be fun. Question mark? I don't know. If I get one that's designed for an advent calendar, I picked up the Radvent cardigan last year to knit with this advent that I'm knitting this shawl out of, but because it called for 25 colours and this advent's only 24, I taught myself out of it because I'm stupid like that. How many berries are left to make? Cheering you on from Sweden. Oh, thank you so much. I have one more blackberry to make, and then I have 24 raspberries to make. I'm on the home straight, basically. I did not think that it would be physically possible for me to beat this many berries today. And if I can't feel my fingers tomorrow, we all know why. But I will do my darndest, which is why I kind of want to keep bead weaving today. It's only 6:30. I've got plenty of time. I've been sat here since 9 a.m. and I've done very little else apart from make myself lunch and go to the toilet occasionally and make myself many, many cups of tea. I think I've had 4 today. Terrible. But yeah, I've been sat here since 9 a.m. beading these berries. Oh, I hope I can do the same tomorrow. But yeah, because yesterday was just, I had no motivation at all. I need the deadline. That's what the problem is. Because I couldn't have left it any longer. You should check out Meg's Flow shawl. I faded an advent last year and it turned out really pretty. It's a large triangle shawl, but it looks like brioche, isn't. Fun. Good to know. I may ask you to message me that. I might forget. Who knows? You could do as an undyed as 25. Yeah. That's very true. But I don't know if that would have... I don't know if the 25 counted as like the cuffs and the button band, or if it counted as like the fade. It was a 25 mini skein fade. I don't know. I have great admiration for people that dye up fade advent calendars though, because it's not something that I have ever wanted to do. It takes too much pre-planning and I don't have that much headspace sometimes. Plus I like the spontaneity and randomness. Oh. Well, farts. I could have used this to make that then. But I've already cast on the thing. Ow. Look at Nick Graffiti, honey. I shrunk the stash for your fade advent to same shape as Meg's Flow shawl, but actual brioche instead of mock brioche. Fun. Cool. I will actually look at the Radvent then, because maybe I'll use that for Jen's advent this year. And then maybe with grey. Because it's like mermaid colours. And that could be very fun. One more than decrease. It's very easy to like get yourself lost making berries, as like get lost on a road, and all of a sudden you don't know what bead you're meant to be going through. Oh, the amount of times I've unpicked a row only to discover I've been doing it right. It's absolutely fine. Too many. It slows you down. It slows you down. So many advent patterns out there. The annoying thing is because I still use Ravelry, when you search on Ravelry advent, unless it's in the title, it's not going to come up. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe they have a filter that's like occasion, advent. I don't know, because I've only just thought that might be a possibility. But yeah. Oh, it'd be so cool to design an advent shawl or thing. I search mood scenes and get some good results. Okay. That's really good to know. That's really good to know. Yeah, it would be cool. I did consider if I did the dice roll advent, it wouldn't be an advent because it'll be 20 days, because I don't know what I'd do for the other 4 because there's only maximum 20-sided dice. But I did think that it would be really cool if I did like either a D12 roll or a D8 roll or whatever to come up with a pattern, like either lace or I don't know. I thought that would be cool, but I don't know. Basically, I just want to lean into the D&D aspect of my yarn more. Because I think it would be cool. Thank you to everyone who's done the survey so far, by the way. It was really interesting. Something I found interesting is the amount of people that said that they prefer Surrey to mohair. And then I think maybe one person has said that they'd like me to stock Surrey. Like, oh, okay. You prefer Surrey to mohair. It's fine. See, I did think a D20 and then a D4 roll, but then you've got to... But then it's not completely random. Yeah, because if you're choosing to do a D20 with a D4, it's not completely random, because then you're actively choosing to have days 21 to 24. I love the rabbit cardigan, but I don't like how it separates the fade with the construction. I think it's... Okay, cool. I thought I'd lost a needle. I do think it's cool how it goes, but I do understand what you mean, because you essentially have to like open each end of the advent. It doesn't flow across. I don't know how I personally would be able to change that, but it's pretty cool. Also, me talking about dice rolling for advents is just a supposition for next year. It's not actually, potentially isn't definitely happening. It's definitely not happening, but I'm just spitballing ideas because it's November 2021. I can't be thinking about 2020. No, it's November 2022. I can't be thinking about 2023 advents already, even though I've seen at least one dyer start selling their 2023 advent, which I personally think is absolutely bananas. But hey, who am I to judge? The other way that I thought I could do it is that there's 20 that you roll 20, and then if you need an extra day to catch up on what you're knitting or crocheting, you could open one of the other bags on that day, and there'll just be 4 bags of something else. Because Maria said, could you on the first day, could it be like like the D20 itself? And I was like, yeah, but on the first day of advent you really kind of want to open yarn. That's what, because you're all excited. You don't want to then be like, oh, I'm so excited to open it, and then it's like the instructions. I'm like, oh. Taking the wind out my sails a little bit. I could be wrong. I don't know. Chances are I'll just end up doing the same as I have done the last 2 years, but I just thought it would be a fun alternative. We'll see. I'll think about it at some point. I'm being very non-committal to the idea at the moment. There hasn't been an overwhelming response of, oh my goodness, that's such a cool idea. So I don't feel so bad if it's not. Could you cast into I'm not sure. I would need to look at the pattern, which I did buy last year, so someone did request for me to have a small stitch marker advent next year, which is a really cute idea, but not one that I will be pursuing. Because I don't know what a small stitch marker advent would consist of. Potentially the stitch markers themselves are small, a small number of pre-orders, but then an advent's always 24 days or 4 days. But yeah, it would be like £300 for an advent calendar. So I used to work in retail. We had the same Christmas playlist for the whole season. Oh my goodness, that must suck. All the places that I've worked, we've listened to the radio, so it's not as bad. Somewhere Maria used to work, they used to like place a bet on a song, and then there used to be a tally on how many times it would play, and then there'd be a winner, and I can't remember what they won, and maybe it was just the joy of winning. I'm not sure, but everyone would pick a popular Christmas song, and then the tally would go up whenever it was played while they were at work. Because they also would listen to the radio, so it was more random, not like a curated retail playlist. But yeah, I think it's a really funny idea. I think it would be a lot of fun, but not much fun when you're working by yourself. You can't do that. I'm almost done with the final blackberry. Come on, cooperate. I'm hoping to film a YouTube video tomorrow, which is also... Oh, I could... What day is Christmas on next year? 2023. Today it's on a Sunday. Next year will be on a Monday. So Christmas Eve will be on a Sunday. Oh, my birthday will be on a Sunday. That's exciting. So I could do that for the 4 days that are Sundays. You would get something different. Fun. That could be fun. I'll have a think. There's nothing to say that I'm going to do that. But yes, I could do 4 stitch markers. But I don't... If you get 4 skeins of yarn, I feel like it's pretty cool. But I don't know if 4 stitch markers will be as alluring. Also last year I did the 12 days of Stitchmas, where you got 6 mini skeins and 6 stitch markers, and I only sold 30 of them, and that was enough. You may have noticed they have not been repeated this year. Yeah, it does add in a built-in ketchup day. That's a really good idea. I mean, I know that's not what you said, but that is a good idea. But then I just need to think how it will work, because some people will open it and use the yarn in the order they want to, and that's absolutely fine. But I would ideally need all the skeins to either be a similar colour story or yeah, all the mini skeins would either need to be a similar colour story, or I don't know, they all need to work with each other basically, don't they? I couldn't just have them all be completely random, because then you might end up with like 2 very similar next to each other. This is tricky. And then the issue comes that not many advent patterns have use only 20 colours. They mostly use 24. or sometimes 25. But I don't know. Unless I then design my own pattern. Who knows? Right. Come on, final blackberry. I cannot believe I have so far 5:45. Oh, I thought it was 6:30. It's not. It was 5:30. I can't believe it. 5:45. I've bead woven, weave bead. So far, 21 berries today. This is not a sustainable work speed. I'm just putting this out there. This is not. If I didn't have to do this, I would not be doing this. This is not sustainable at all. But I made a commitment to have these all done by Friday, so right. Raspberries. Got 24 of those to make. So what's that? 3 lots of 8. Ooh. If I can try and get 8 made today, because I need to film a YouTube video tomorrow, and I need to write the script of the YouTube video that I'm filming, because I'm going to do one about advent patterns, I think. And I don't script many of my YouTube videos. You might be able to tell by how many tangents I go on, but I do try to script the vaguely informative ones, so I can actually be vaguely informative. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of these green beads, and that's really annoying. But I'll try and make and get as many out of the house as possible on Friday. But yeah. So Mary is out at D&D today, so I can be not distracted. Because he tends to, well, he comes in and plays Overwatch too, which is absolutely fine. And he's more than welcome to, but it does mean that I just end up just going on my phone because I'm not entertained. Also, Overwatch 2 is such a stupid name for the game because it's exactly the same as original Overwatch. They're the same thing. But yeah, I've got a few knitting and crochet related videos planned. Like I wrote the ideas out. When did I do it? September, I think I did it. And I just think it'll be fun if I can start to incorporate them, do like a studio vlog one week and then a non-studio vlog the next week. So either a podcast, which I know I haven't filmed in a really long time. Somebody said that they'd love to see more podcasts episodes. The issue is that I don't knit that much. So I don't have that much to knit, to have that much to speak about, sorry. And taking a page from the Madam FIFA and releasing the same game every year. But at least FIFA has new players in it. Overwatch 2, all they've done is made it 5v5 instead of 6v6, and it's free to play now, and there's a bunch of stuff you have to pay for. You don't have to pay for it, but if you want to look cool, then you pay for it. Just how they get their money, obviously. There's a few new characters, but not that many, and now you can't even play original Overwatch. I didn't know I was so passionate about this. But yeah, you can't even go back and play Overwatch 1 because it's just not, you can't, it's not a thing anymore. Really odd. But I am excited about The Sims 5, which is apparently going to be happening at some point in the future. So it's probably not going to be till 2025, and who knows where I'll be at that stage of my life, but there's nothing to say that I can't look forward to it right now. I can't remember what I was saying. YouTube videos. Yes, I would love to film more podcasts, but I don't knit enough. That's the downside of making stitch markers as well as dyeing yarn, because if I've dyed yarn all day and then I didn't have to make stitch markers, I would come in and get I would be able to come in and knit, but I don't. I come in and bead weave. I'd love to see more of you dyeing yarn. Yes. Yeah, I do record and post quite a lot of that in either studio vlogs or Patreon vlogs. Also see that quite a lot, but I haven't been able to film that a lot recently because I've been dyeing up advents. So I haven't actually dyed any yarn for the shop since prepping for Yarndale, which was September. Now we're in November. So it's been a while for that. Yes, and Sims 4 gets infants. Yes, it does. Whoop, whoop. He's chucking it down. But yes, I will, in next week's studio vlog, I will be sure to dye some yarn. Just for you. I promise. I promise you that, Susan. I promise you that. I should write it down somewhere so I don't forget. If I accidentally break my promise, it's not intentional. But yeah. Maybe I'll try and bead weave a few berries and then plan tomorrow's video just so I'm not going in cold. I generally don't like to record a video the day before I meant to record it. I like to do it a few days before. Or I don't like to record a video the day before I meant to post it. I like to do it a couple of days before, but because I knew I needed to get these berries done, I was like, there's no chance. Right, increase red, come on. Don't lose steam. I've lost it. I lost the steam. The cats have gone quiet. I don't know whether to be suspicious. We'll find out. I'm sure Miso will start making a noise in about half an hour. Bless her little cotton socks. You're very welcome. Perfect. And I do actually have some new colours of seed beads to make berries out of for November's drop update, which I'm very excited about. And I'm excited to bead weave Christmas things. I used where have you gone? There he is. Hello, friend. Used this little fella yesterday. Used him to help me count my I-cord cast on. You know, really lovely berry stitch. Should I hair a berry colour? I could do. Oh, that would be really fun. I need to book into the hairdressers because I hate my hair at the moment. And because I hate my hair at the moment, I don't know what I want to do with it. But I think a lot it will be going. This year I'm going to try some beaded tree ornaments. Oh, fun. I've done the ones which are like, I've got a video tutorial on it, question mark, from what Germany years, so either 2015 or 2016. I'm beading round a bauble, which are the round circular glass tree ornaments. We call them baubles, B-A-U-B-L-E-S. Yeah, I've got me beading around one of those. It was really fun to work out the design for. I feel like I used to be way more creative than I currently am. I feel like now I don't have the time. If Lula goes quiet, she's either up to no good or asleep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping these two are just being cute. They've been asleep all day, so I can't imagine they're still asleep. Yeah, no, they're super fun to do. I much recommend, and they look really cool as well. You can create. They're pretty well. I was gonna say they're pretty easy. Bye, Alison. Happy back to work. Thanks for joining. Yeah, they're quite fun to work out the designs for as well. If you wanted to give that a go, you can buy some like nice coloured baubles and colour coordinate some beads to match if you have a theme. Do you have a tree theme? Not just you personally, but people in the chat. Do you have a tree theme, a theme for your tree colour, either colour or thing? Because growing up, I never had a theme for the Christmas trees. It was always just random. It was always colourful. It was always a mixture of decorations my mum and dad had from their childhood, and mum and dad's tree is still the same, and decorations we've had since childhood. And we'd get a tree ornament every single year, and it would get put on the tree. And then Mario and I now Mario grew up with a themed tree, and it was color coordinated tree, and it would change every few years. And yeah, so now we have got a color coordinated tree, and it's never anything that I've ever had. But yeah, we now have a color coordinated tree. Both my girls are sleeping in my lap. I can't get up. Oh, beautiful, beautiful time. It's forcing you to relax. That's what that is. Welcome it with open arms. Bless him. Bless him. Right. I will probably get off of here before the cats start making a ruckus. And I will check in and see that they're doing okay. Christmas tree theme is memories, each ornament. Oh, that's a really cute theme, Elizabeth. That's so cute. Star Trek ornaments and a blue silver color scheme. I love it. I love it. That's really cool. You see, I love a chaos tree. You might have been able to tell. Mario does not like a chaos tree. And he gets so excited about the tree that I go with it. The whole house isn't color coordinated, but I let him get, because yeah, he just gets so excited. He already in October, he said, when are we getting our tree? I don't know. When can we? When are you free to? It's one of those. We won't make the same mistake as the first year we had the house and got a giant tree that took over half the living room. Fun times. Oh, happy memories. But yeah, I'm going to go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I'm going to go see what the cats are doing, see if they're being cheeky little monkeys. Hopefully they're not. But I will keep on going with the bead weaving because I have to. Maybe I will bead weave till 8 o'clock and then I will treat myself to some knitting time. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But thank you, everyone, for joining me. I really, truly appreciate it. And it was nice having a bit of a natter with you. I hope you all have a lovely day, evening, night. And I will see you all very soon in Friday's video. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining.